Yo, what's up? It's Wednesday night. It's your boys, AA Sports, Straight Sports, no chasing. I'm one half of the super team, Diego Barista. Here with my other boy. What's cracking?
What's good, people? The other A and AA Sports, your boy All Hate. I feel like we've been gone for a long time. It's only been a week. What's good with you?
It does, man. Only getting up doing shows once a week after you've been doing 2 or 3 a week doing all the playoffs. It does kind of seem strung out, but we ain't missed much. Gonna recap some things. Tie a bow on some of this free agency stuff. Kind of dwindling down. The money's drying up.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a little football, and of course a little bit more. So we're gonna jump right on into it. In the club, 314. It's open bar.
I think we raise our glass this open bar because there's been a star. We don't talk much baseball on here. There's been a cat up in New York who they have been proclaiming to be the one for them. And they kind of got one. Shout out to that boy Aaron Judge. Shout out to the show he put on in the home run derby the other night.
Yeah, he definitely did put on a show. Yeah, normally in the home run derbies, cats get tired second, third round. Nah, he was getting stronger as the thing went on. So I don't know what kind of is he juiced up or what? I don't know.
Because he was down 17, I believe, when he started. I think it might have been 22 dude that put up. He put up 22. And on his home field, his home crowd, that cat from the Marlins, thinking he was going to win. Judge hawked him down.
You talking about Stanton? Because Stanton lost.
First. He lost. I'm talking about the other dude, Dewar. That was his teammate that Judge was going against. And he had put up 22 before Judge went on.
He hawked him down?
He hawked him down. The boy put up 47 home runs in the derby. 47 home runs.
That's pretty impressive. I was kind of flipping back and forth because I was watching the Big Three games. So I was kind of flipping back and forth. I didn't see a lot of it, but I saw he put up some numbers, and I did see the last round. And so we'll see how the season ends. I think it was 2-1. American League actually won the game last night.
Yeah, they won the game.
I think Robinson Cano ended up getting MVP. I didn't even know he was still playing.
Yeah, he took that bag up in Seattle. He cooling. But yeah. They got it done. I don't agree with how baseball does that thing though. Yeah. How they give home field advantage basically off of who wins that game.
Right. Which is that's pretty stupid. But I guess they were fishing a couple years back, if I can remember right. They were fishing for some ways to make the game more competitive, I think.
I think it ended with a tie one game. They was like cats wasn't even playing hard.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I didn't put it in the notes. I got to look a little bit more into it. But I've heard things like this season has been the most home runs hit so far up until this point.
Yeah.
And there was some talk about, did they change something with the balls, juice, what's going on? And, of course, Major League Baseball said they've tested the balls and they're fine. They're within the parameters of what's required. But are we going back to the juicing age? Or dudes just decided to juice back up? Because I think you got cats hitting 15, 20 home runs who you're saying you ain't never heard of. And all of a sudden, we got this big power thing going on.
Man, if they know like I know, them cash registers was flying, booming when they was hitting them home runs. You better let them catch. As far as I see it, that juice make you hit the ball far, but it don't help you see the ball to hit it. So let them juice. I don't care. Shit, if you offer me $100 million, I'm shooting up today, right now. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
But I think a lot of it too. They said a lot of it has to do with a lot of these new parks. They're making the parks smaller.
Yeah, home run parks.
Yeah, they're making them hitter friendly. So
Yeah, man, baseball needed to do this. This will probably be the most baseball we talk to the playoffs, but they got personalities now. It seems like they finally letting the young guys, be a little bit more than what they were. They need that. People dig the home ball. I mean, the home run ball. It
Right.
can't just be. Ain't nobody trying to sit there and watch these damn 1-0 pitching duels. I want to see that shit. You got to do something to entertain people. And this is probably I ain't watched the full home run derby in a while. I watched a bit of the All-Star game last night. Kudos to baseball. They
Yeah.
need. They got to catch up.
Yeah, the home run derby is usually the only thing I watch. Like you said, a little part of the game. Now, second half of the season, I'll probably tune in a little bit more. But it's really only a few teams I keep an eye out for. I look at the standings, see who the division leaders, see who in the wild card chase, and I just kind of follow those teams. So we'll see. Of course, the Braves suck, so
They suck. They should encourage bat flips. Do all that foolishness, man. Get people involved.
Right. I mean, take it. You see, the NFL has loosened up their restrictions on celebrations. So, hey, man, you got to sell your product, man. You got to sell your product.
There you go. All right, we're gonna put a bow. I think we can tie up most of free agency tonight. It ain't really much left because ain't that much money left. So,
right.
It's pretty much down to the end. I think last Thursday or Wednesday after Hayward signed, Cat started taking what was left. Y'all got some scraps on that table? I'll take them. So,
right.
And it was two deals that stuck out last week. Two deals where some cats got paid a whole lot of money. And one of them was the hometown Hawks. They did not tender an offer to Tim Hardaway Jr., which I don't blame them. But the Knicks, my damn Knicks, went above and beyond to sign a cat that they had traded to the Hawks 2 years ago. They gave this man 4 years, $71 million. I don't believe anybody else was offering that amount of bread. People probably weren't going over 50 from what I'm hearing. But they basically get their own product back. The Knicks. My Knicks.
Yeah. Your Knicks. As soon as I seen that deal, I was like, man, Atlanta better not match that.
Right. 14 points, 3 boards, 2 assists gets you $71 million. They had to spend it, but damn. Yeah. That deal made people take their eyes off of the next deal we talking about. People almost forgot about this one off of the Hardaway deal. Otto Porter got his money from the Wizards. Now, we kind of knew that was going to happen. We might have touched on it last week, but they officially matched it Saturday.
Right. 106.
Otto Porter is the highest paid Wizard as of right now. 4 years, $106 million, and that was 13.6 boards, 43% from three. That's until John Wall signs that Supermax. That's if he signs it this year. But that's a whole lot of bread for a cat with 13 points a game. A whole lot.
Yeah. Like you said, once they didn't get an elite player like Paul George, Gordon Hayward, you knew they were going to match. They really had no choice. Because if they didn't, then they're going backwards.
Well, they didn't even have the money to get. They would have had to trade to get one of them. And I guess the question is, what would Otto have got you if you'd have put him out there on the market? Because John Wall offered him to everyone about 2 weeks ago, hoping to get Paul George. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't know if they would have got anything for him, but let's just say they wanted to, I guess, sign or try to sign Gordon Hayward. I don't think they were ever in the running.
No.
I guess they would have just had to renounce the rights to Porter. But you're right. The other guy that was looking at Paul George, they would have had to do some kind of trade or some kind of deal. So Otto would have had to be in that deal more than likely.
And Otto's gotten better. I mean, compared to when he first came out, because he was floating around a bus before this past year. So maybe he steps this 13 up to maybe 17 and a half this year. Maybe. Either way it go, all his checks are going to clear. He good. Right. He's really good right now. So
yeah. So
kudos to him. The rest of the signings this past week, Jamal Crawford got $9 million from Minnesota. They are tooling up. I know nothing about this guy that the Clippers signed, but I hear he is a really good point guard in Europe. 16-7, so we'll see.
Oh, Milos Teodosic.
Yeah, I hear he's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Shout out to that boy Swaggy P, man, getting that 1 year 5.2 from the Warriors. Perfect fit. He gonna be able to just gun off that bench. Because I mean, if you think about their bench right now, they got Iggy and Livingston, but you don't really have a scorer. You know, they're more of setup guys and whatever now. So he's gonna shoot a lot of threes for them next year.
You think he's gonna really see a lot of play time?
Fourth quarter when they done won by 25 in the third.
Right.
So
I don't see a whole lot of meaningful minutes.
Nah, not no meaningful minutes. Nah.
You know, I'm just thinking. So what's the over under? How many games before Draymond jack him up? Because it's gonna happen.
They said he's playing defense now, so maybe he won't touch him up. They said Luke Walton got on the phone and said his defense was a pleasant surprise. I mean, if you up 25, 30 points, yeah, you mad. Well, we're talking about Draymond.
All right, so we're talking about Draymond. This guy gets technical fouls 30 seconds in 2 games.
I give it to him before the Christmas game.
It's not Swaggy P's defense that I'm even worried about Draymond going off about. It's that shot selection.
Man, this Golden State. They playing with house money for the next 3-4 years right now. And he's only on a 1 year deal, so Swaggy gonna live, man.
Yeah.
He gonna jack them threes up. Like he said at his little press conference. Passes for the point guard, man. That's his job.
Yeah, right.
Swaggy gonna shoot that ball.
So you already know what you're getting. Outside of those signings, I think
let's talk about those.
Like the Andre Roberson signing.
That's a good one.
I'm just glad that the rumors, the speculation came out to be false about him getting $80 to $90 million. 3-year deal, $30 million. Very nice deal. Dion Waiters got his bread. 4 years, $50 million. I think we touched on that last week. Kelly Olynyk to the Heat, 4 years, $50 million. And they also re-signed James Johnson too, I believe, to $50 or $60 million.
Yeah, that's what I want to touch on right there. They have no more flexibility if they gave. I mean, because they already got Whiteside signed long term. They got Dragic signed long term, and they just handed out all this money, $160 million to these 3 guys. And I still don't think they know better than the 7th or 8th seed. Well, hell, in the East, they might get home court, maybe. But
Tyler Johnson, 40 or 50 million last year.
Yeah.
So the money gone.
Yeah, this is it.
And they got Dragic got a nice little deal last year too.
Yeah.
So the money's gone.
This is it for the next few years.
Like you said, they're not going to be any better. You know, so
I'm surprised they did this, to be honest with you. I mean, it's almost like, I know you didn't get Hayward, but why not keep your flexibility for next year? You know, I'm surprised, but what do you think about that Rudy Gay signing?
I mean, I think it's a good spot for him going to the Spurs. He finally gets to go to a real contender, a real team. Right. You know, modest deal, 2 years, $17 million. You know, unfortunately for him, he tore that Achilles at a bad spot. Right. If he had been able to finish that season healthy,
he would have got paid.
With the free agent market that we saw this summer, he would have got his bread up for sure.
Yeah, he would have. Sure would have.
No, that's
last little domino from last night. Pope got his money. Well, we didn't talk about that last week, so I think it didn't happen until Friday. Kentavious Caldwell Pope was a restricted free agent with Detroit. He was in that whole waiting process, waiting to see what happened. To make room to sign Gordon Hayward. So they traded Avery Bradley to Detroit. And about, maybe 15, 20 minutes after that, they renounced Pope's right, made him a free agent. So he got an $18 million 1 year deal with the Lakers. Good move, good solid move. He can get his money up and play good ball, hopefully. Get back right on the market. But you know who his agent is, right?
Who?
Rich Paul.
I would say Brown Boy.
Yep. You know.
I mean, that's a good deal for both sides. 1 year, $18 million. You know, the Lakers they had to spend some money. They needed a kind of I would say, I guess he's a vet because he's been in the league. He's technically a vet.
Yeah.
He's not an older vet. You know what I'm saying? Young player, still been in the league 4 or 5 years, can come in there and give him some good shooting, hopefully.
Yeah. Solid pickup.
Yeah, definitely.
Jordan Clarkson as your 6th man. Now he ain't got to start. So that's a solid pickup. He's good coming off that bench.
He can just come in and just fill up and just get buckets.
Right.
Get buckets. The rest of us out here, I'm surprised. I'm surprised I'm not hearing Monte Ellis' name. I mean, is he that washed?
I mean, he just got cut last week. He just got cut. I mean, he ain't gonna see no real money. I'm starting to think it's not much out there unless you go to a losing team. I don't know what's gonna happen with Derrick Rose. I have no idea at this point.
You know what's gonna happen.
What?
You're gonna be right back with the Knickerbockers.
They ain't got no money. They gave that to Hardaway. Cause he ain't got no options. It's gonna be low money now. I'd be surprised if he's $10 million.
They can't. They don't have his bird right there.
Nah.
Yeah, they're fucked, man. Okay.
That money was earmarked to go get a starting point guard or give it back to him.
Right.
They didn't do that, so I don't know what they're gonna do with a point guard at this point. It's gonna, man, it's tough.
There's still pieces out here, man. You got Mirotic out there.
Yeah.
Jonathan Simmons. Spurs are probably gonna match whatever he goes out there and gets, though. Nerlens Noel is still an interesting guy.
That was gonna match that. They wouldn't have gave up that first round pick for that. I don't understand what they're playing for. Maybe they're not coming with that real bag that he wants, and I don't blame them. Quite frankly.
It's like, dude, you haven't played in 4 years. So.
Right. So I don't blame them. But we'll see what happens. I think, like you said, Monte Ellis can help somebody. You know, Derrick Rose can. I don't know. Mirotic can definitely help somebody. I didn't know he was restricted, but
yeah, he's restricted.
It ain't much left out there. It might be some dudes going to some losing teams that got money to spend, but Derrick Rose had a good season last year.
These guys being pieces for some teams. I mean, Derrick Rose. I'm trying to think. I think Milwaukee might be a good little landing spot for him.
Very good spot.
Who else? Who needs some scoring?
What do you think Derrick's going in there asking for? You think he's asking for max?
See, it depends if he got his agent with him or if he got Reggie with him.
Gotcha.
If Reggie with him, those meetings probably lasting like 15, 20 minutes, and them teams probably, you know what? Y'all get the hell out of the office.
Nah, B. They got more than 10, B. Nah, you better than that. You Derrick Rose.
Right. So it depends on whether he dragging Reggie to these meetings or not, man. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Speaking of bags, the real bag, James Harden, $228 million. Richest contract in NBA history.
I think the last time we talked about him was after he quit Game 6.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of hard to be like, damn, that was the last we saw you. Then you cashing out, but you know, he wasn't gonna lose his money off that one game, and they weren't gonna win that series anyway. So,
well, I mean, they could have won that series. Not the next. You said they wouldn't win the next series. Yeah, they wouldn't have won the next series, but they could have beat. They could have beat San Antonio. Kawhi was out. How you lose to a team without their best player, and the only player they had was the Cowardly Lions, aka LaMarcus Aldridge at 4. That's all they had.
You stand out beside that 3-point line and start just launching threes away, and they're not falling. It's very easy to lose. Very.
That's tough. But
I guess we.
Real quick.
Are we just waiting for this trade to drop?
Which one?
Melo to the Rockets.
That ties into what I was about to bring up real quick.
Okay, because I can't wait to laugh about that shit.
Yeah. Okay, the Cavs are having by far the worst offseason. And it's crazy that you can have a bad offseason, but you still going to win your conference. That's the craziest shit ever. People, this is all they've done since they lost the final. They refused to re-sign their GM. They picked up Jeff Green and Jose Calderon, lowball Chauncey Billups, refused to give Jamal Crawford the mid-level, and brought over a second-round pick from Turkey. That's it. That is it. Yeah. They got to get Carmelo Anthony some kind of way. They got to. And I don't see how they're going to do it.
Right.
I don't see how.
I mean, in all fairness to them,
They ain't had no money.
It was only one or two moves that they could have made that were going to make them any better. And that was the Paul George, Carmelo Anthony trade, signing, whatever.
They needed that.
So, outside of that, it wasn't really much they were going to do or they should have done anyway. Yeah, they got washed in the finals, but you don't just break up or dismantle that team.
Quite frankly, I wouldn't have traded. I mean, I know they were talking about trading Kyrie. I wouldn't have did that. I don't see him as the main problem. But I think the Cavs are never really – any LeBron team, they're not really big free agent guys. They don't do their shopping until March when cats want to win. So
right.
We'll see how that goes at that point. I guess the main thing that's just sticking out is the turmoil in the front office. But they on the clock either way. They on the clock.
Well, is it going to be turmoil because Dan Gilbert is sitting in there by himself right now?
Yeah, he got some dudes.
Big reason they haven't done anything.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They're just at this point, they're just counting down because I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with LeBron, but I still favor them to win the East. So as much as they didn't get done, I still think they're favored. I mean, I guess that says a whole lot. Jose Calderon is viewed as a better look than Darren Williams. I hope he retires. He sucked in the finals. But back to Houston.
Yeah.
It seems like that's where Carmelo wants to go. He's been putting out word that he's pretty sure it's gonna happen. They've been releasing all type of stuff, so I guess I'm just concerned to see what they got to give up because I hope they don't have to gut their bench like they had to do to get him in New York. But they don't have much of a bench to begin with.
Right. I want it to happen so I can just laugh hysterically at both teams. So I can laugh at the Cavs for not being able to close the deal on Paul George or Carmelo. And I really want to laugh at Houston, too, because you're assembling a team that don't play defense.
None. None. I mean, what their offense – open court, a.k.a. Coach D'Antoni. Look, guys.
All on out there and see what happens.
Look, guys, Golden State's going to put up about 125. We got to put up 128. We got to.
And you would think, hey, that didn't work last year. Well, they didn't even get to play Golden State last year. So, yeah, I really don't see that fit working at all.
They seem dead set on making it happen, though.
And they're probably going to have to give up. To make that deal happen, they're probably going to have to give up some combination of Ryan Anderson, Trevor Ariza.
Maybe Eric Gordon.
Productive players.
Yeah.
Ariza will play some defense.
Yeah, I mean, you got him and Capella. Those like the only two dudes who play defense. When they picked up PJ Tucker, he plays defense.
That's a good pickup for him. So
you ain't got but three dudes who play defense, and you think about trading away one of them, which means you ain't gonna have but two. But I'm interested to see. I just don't understand why Carmelo's not. You think the Knicks would seriously go through with forcing him to go for a trade? I mean, he controls the whole situation.
They can't force him to do anything. So I'm not buying that. So if he wants to go to Houston, it's because he wants to go to Houston.
No, I get that part, but why not just force the buyout? I mean, if they're not going to do it, they're going to do something to get him off that team. They don't want him there no more. But they just feel like they're digging in their heels, and I'm like, y'all have no leverage. None.
Right.
You have no leverage.
Right. Like you said, it would be easier for him to try to force the buyout, and then he can go wherever he wants to go.
Keep a team together and win.
They don't have to, like you said, they don't have to gut the team with assets that they're pretty sure they're going to need at some point during the season. So
you gotta match $28 million. It's 25. Then he got that trade kicker. You have to match that type of salary. That's a lot of damn money to match.
And I think that kicker takes his salary up from 28 to like 35 or 37, something like that.
It's somewhere like that. The best thing they can hope to happen, and I doubt it happens, is that the Knicks say, we'll take Ryan Anderson at his 20, maybe a sucker or two. But why would they do that? His deal's longer than Carmelo. So yeah. You know they don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's like I'm starting to think, and I'm pretty convinced that during these banana boat excursions or vacations that him, CP3, Bron, and Dwayne Wade go on, when they in their huddles and they actually talking about moves that they want to make for the future in players associations, the union thing, all that stuff, clearly Melo's not paying attention. Clearly he's on the Xbox somewhere doing something else, playing with Cayenne or,
Melo doesn't believe in flexibility. Melo wants all his money right now. All of it. I don't want to wait 3 years. I want it right now.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that goes. Hopefully by the time we come on next week, that'll be resolved. So, all right.
I'm not going to hold my breath.
We touched on the Boston situation. They traded Avery Bradley. But I'm going to read this. I'm going to read a comment to you, and you tell me what you think. They better bring out the Brinks truck. They're paying everybody else. I got to get something. That's Isaiah Thomas. I'm conflicted. I have a problem with his statement. At the same time, I don't have a problem with his statement. Bingo.
Because he's telling the truth. If you pay somebody else, you got to break me up.
Yeah.
At the same time, saying this publicly in the way that he's going about it just makes it seem like me.
Yeah.
It definitely has a kind of a selfish undertone to it a little bit. So now I'm thinking, now he gonna be going out here this year trying to prove that he's really worth that money.
You know who he playing for next year? You know who his endorser is? Dolo Athletics. He's going to be going for Dolo next year.
Man.
Because he only made $30 million, they said, in his entire career. $30 million.
That's it?
That's it. So he's going for the bag. He wants the bag.
He want a little bit of back pay. He wants some back pay.
That shit ain't going to happen, B.
Dude, you're not a Supermax player, man. I'm sorry, man. You good. You're a good player. I love you to death. You're not a Supermax guy.
It's not going to happen.
You got a Supermax, I was going to say mouthpiece, but that didn't really feel right saying that. But, yeah, you talk a lot.
Yeah.
If they had to pay you based on trash talking, then, yeah, you'd be right up there with the top.
Right.
But, nah, man, you're 5'9". So unless you got some stilts coming in the mail or something, some lifts in your shoes, can't give you $200 million, dude.
Last time I checked, Kelly Olynyk bailed their asses out in Game 7. It wasn't Isaiah because they was trapping, taking that ball out of his hands. He was having to pull up from 30 before they put them arms up around him. The only way he'll never get close to the max money, but I'm thinking he got to come in next year and make some guys better. He got to. He got to average 8 to 9, maybe 10 assists a game, which really isn't that hard when you got the ball in your hands.
That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen.
I hate I don't have his numbers. He probably put up 5 or 6 a year.
I think he probably put up 5. There's 4. I want to say maybe even 4. 4 or 5.
If he averaged 4 assists as a starting point guard, he need to kill himself right now today, asking for max money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I don't believe.
I'm positive it wasn't any more than 6. I want to say closer to 4 or 5, but at any rate, like you said, yeah, he's got to change his. He got to change his game up a little bit. He did a little bit of that in the playoffs where he started distributing a little bit, but a lot of that because he was forced to.
And one thing we ain't talking about, Sean, the other elephant in the room, he 29. I mean, shit, you 5'8" and you 29.
So if you're looking for a 5-year deal, you're gonna be 34, still 5'9".
Right.
I'm supposed to be paying you $30 million a year. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. So
I'm telling you, the only way he had an option to get that bread is if they let you restructure contracts like the NFL do, but they don't. So, and Al Horford is getting your money right now. So
you better be careful because Danny Ainge is a slick motherfucker.
And they got another first round, probably 1 or 2 or 3 pick next year. So
first January, late January or so, you can be calling your realtor dude. You be getting your ass shipped up out of Boston.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Speaking of, okay, let's finish up this last trade. Toronto, they salary dumped DeMarre Carroll. That was a good move for them. People probably saw that trade and was like, oh, okay, whatever. People, that gave them some flexibility because they're getting off of under his $30 million over the next 2 or 3 years. Shout out to the Atlanta Hawks for not paying that weight a couple years ago. Shout out to them. Boy.
DeMarre Carroll's a bum. DeMarre Carroll's a bum.
Yeah, he was a bum then. I didn't care for him. But the funny thing about this trade, I just like this quote he put out there. Said that everybody wanted to be a team approach, except for they were running out like ISO ball, which was basically Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan.
Right.
It's hard to change it all of a sudden. It's a culture thing. You have to build it up from the ground up. And that's what we did in Atlanta. We built the culture, moving the ball, trusting each other. He basically said that's a dumpster fire up there, and them two dudes shoot the ball all the time. And this is exactly what they're going to have for the next – well, they signed Lowry for 3 years. DeRozan's already signed. Serge is still there.
I mean, what did he expect? They don't have shooters. DeMar DeRozan is just shooting guard, but he can't make shit out of outside of 15 to 17 feet. Okay, we know Kyle Lowry struggles in lemon bootiness.
He has confidence issues sometimes.
Confidence issues. I like that. So what the hell was he expecting? You can't shoot. You're offensive liability.
Right. He just took the bag, and you get to live out the rest of your years playing in Brooklyn, and not too bad for them to turn around and get a first and second round pick. That's not bad at all. But
that might work out even better for DeMar Carroll. You'll be able to schedule your vacations much earlier.
Yeah.
In New York City. New York's still popping.
Yeah. He's playing for one of his old coaches. That the dude coaching them used to be an assistant for the Hawks. So he knows them. Yeah. He might be able to put up 12 points depending on if D'Angelo and Jeremy Lin let him shoot. That's going to be a cluster fuck up there. Them two dudes in the same backcourt. Man.
Oh, what Bart Scott say? Can't wait.
Okay, this last story. Paul George's comments about going to the Thunder. And he said that KD sold him on the trade. Let me say something to you. I mean, I wanted to ask you this, but I said I was going to wait to the show. Okay, this is my thinking. Isn't this kind of like, I used to date the girl. I treated her like shit, but you should rock with her.
She's such a great woman. She's such a great woman. She cooks the best fried chicken. I don't like fried chicken, but you might like, man, stop it.
Was that not a sucker move?
Man, these young NBA millennials, man. I'll be confused.
Cause he sold them on. He said, "Hey, man, they can offer you what other teams can't offer in terms of preparation, the facility, the chefs, the meals." So you left such a good situation, but it's good for me.
Right. So what are you really trying to say?
It wasn't for me, but it's all for you, cuz.
All for you. You're not quite me. So therefore it should work out great for you. You should be grateful to be in Oklahoma.
Hey, KD, let me tell you this, cuz. Don't try to get back that karma, man. You left, you did good, man. Don't worry about OKC. They're going to be just fine. You trying to sell him to stay there because you left, man, come on.
And within KD comments, if you want to break it down a little further, one thing that he should have, well, I guess you don't really have to sell somebody on playing with Russell Westbrook, but he didn't mention that was one of the assets of actually playing in Oklahoma, did he?
Not at all. Mm-hmm. Not at all. All right. Last little bit of basketball. The kids are doing pretty good for the summer league, but it is summer league, so we'll see where it goes. We haven't been on since last week. Lonzo played like shit game 1, but he had a solid game 2. But another me crying in my beer, Dennis Smith Jr. I'm about, I'm gonna be like 80 years old, and I'll be telling you about that 2017 draft. But we should have took him over the French dude. I hate Phil Jackson, B. I hate him.
I mean, yeah, it's summer league. You don't want to go too much. See, summer league for me, I'm not really judging stats too much, wins and losses.
Yeah.
What I'm looking at when you're looking at summer league play, I'm looking at effort. Are you playing defense? How do you play well with the other guys? Are you running the right sets? Are you in the places where you're supposed to be?
Right.
Shot selection, are you taking stuff like that? That's what I'm kind of looking at in summer league. So I'm not – Lonzo's shooting. I'm not too concerned about that. because he still put up 8 points or 8 rebounds and 8 assists.
Yeah.
You know, when you're looking at the ball handlers, him, Fox, Smith. Main thing I'm looking at, especially in some of them, I'm looking at the turnovers.
Right.
And Lonzo only had.
I ain't even pulled the turnovers.
He had 7 turnovers in 2 games. Not
that's 3.5 a game.
Markelle Fultz, 12 turnovers in 2 games. You got to cut that down. You got to cut that down.
Damn.
De'Aaron Fox had 4 in 2 games. I'm sorry, in 3 games. So that's great. He also had 5 steals in 1 game.
Yeah, I saw his steal numbers. I tell you what, I like Jason Tatum in college, but I like him even more in the NBA. He kind of gives me, I want to say mellow. He got a Paul Pierce type game, mellow Paul Pierce.
Okay.
You know, not super athletic, but he's getting it done. I like his game. They got a winner with that one.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's gonna play because last time I checked, he played the same position as Hayward, and probably, but I guess they playing positionless ball, so.
No, so he'll probably be at 2.
You think?
I think he'll be at 2. You know, he may not start the season there. He may start the season coming off the bench.
I think they're gonna start Jalen. He's looked pretty solid in the summer league.
Yeah, he looks like a grown ass man out there.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Summer league can kind of be for the good players or the high draft picks. It can even be harder for them sometimes because you're playing with a lot of quote unquote scrubs.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't make you look the best at times, and sometimes you force things that you wouldn't force with capable players out on the court, I'll say.
Gotcha.
So it's a lot, but it's fun to watch summer league, just kind of see them get their feet wet. But
all the most I've watched in a while.
All of them seem to be getting, I ain't gonna say hurt, but a little tweak here or there, and then they sitting them down. I think Fox tweaked the ankle or something last night, and he's not playing no more. He's out for the rest of the summer league.
Somebody I don't have on here who looked good, Brandon Ingram looked good last Friday. Before he got hurt,
yeah,
he looked real good. That was my first time seeing him in a minute. He don't put some weight on. If he looked good. He looked real good.
And the big thing with young players is confidence.
Right.
So that's why a lot of the young players, even in their second, third, some of them fourth, fifth year, Kendall Marshall, why the hell are you still playing summer league? But you get to go out there with some lesser tier guys, and that gets your confidence up, and that gets you rolling into the season. So hopefully he's able to carry what he's done in summer league and able to carry that to the season and show some upside because he's got the skill. He's got the skill.
My last few NBA things I got. Okay, they came out and said, so Ben Simmons is the starting point guard in Philly.
Well, Ben Simmons said he's a starting point guard.
I thought the coach came out and said that a while back, too. I didn't believe it.
Oh, okay. You may have.
But, I mean, I guess I need to go back and watch some. I don't remember. I mean, he was that good as a ball handler?
He can handle a rock now.
Okay.
He can handle a rock. The thing about him at LSU, the team sucked.
Yeah.
And to me, they had some players, but the coach, I can't think of his name, but that coach at LSU is hot as garbage. Okay? He's hot as garbage. And that was the reason that they didn't, saying that he didn't really gel like he should have gelled. And I think he just pretty much melded in like early December,
6'9" starting point guard. All right.
Yeah.
See how it play. Last little bit, they came out with a couple rule changes they announced today. Well, a couple things they had, the board of governors for the NBA. They're cutting timeouts from 18 to 14, trying to speed the games up.
Why the hell do you need 18 timeouts?
I didn't know they had that many in the game already. Had no idea.
No, are they counting TV timeouts too?
I guess. They got to be.
I want to say each team get like 5 a half, maybe 6 a half, 3
That's what I was
3
thinking.
20s.
That's a lot of damn timeouts.
Nah, man, you got to call that many damn timeouts. Nah, you just let them get blown out and just go to the next game.
Right, right. Now, I think this trade deadline thing, that's pretty interesting. They moved it up 10 days before the All-Star break, the Thursday before, instead of after. So that means that Boogie will be traded late January instead of February now.
Right. I guess they pushing it more to what's really considered halfway point of the season.
Right.
As long as they don't move the All-Star game. Leave the All-Star game where
it is.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised they didn't change that thing in regards to when players get cut and they can sign with playoff teams. I heard they were going to move that, but they haven't done it yet.
Yeah, 'cause I think not. Yeah, I think that deadline is a little too early.
You think?
I think they should push it back and give
Yeah,
them.
they talking about pushing it back.
Yeah, give them more time. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think they got that too far up the calendar. They need to, they definitely need to look at pushing that back.
But we'll see where the rest of it go. But that's pretty much the bow tie on the NBA. We will see if there's any. We might touch on the few names left, but we're going full steam ahead to football next week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna go ahead and dabble into it. Yeah, we're gonna dabble into it a little bit now. We got some contract situations or lack thereof coming up. July 15th. Well, I think they extended the deadline to the 17th now.
Okay.
Monday is the deadline for franchise tag players to sign long-term deals. And if they don't do it by Monday, you got to play out this season under the tag and wait till next season, become a free agent. So the big names out there, obviously Kirk Cousins, quarterback currently with the Redskins, Le'Veon Bell, and Aaron Donald.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Aaron Donald. Now, Aaron Donald, that should be the easiest thing for the Rams to take care of. What else do you have?
Who the hell are they paying besides him?
I don't think they're paying anybody right now because they're young.
Right.
They got a lot of young, especially the defense is very young. They got all those picks from the Redskins and that Robert Griffith trade. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. They twerked that into like 5 or 6 players that are very good.
Right.
So I think they'll work it out. I don't know what he's asking for. He's an interior lineman, so I would have to. We should have pulled those numbers what interior linemen are getting paid, so we can kind of gauge what he might be looking for.
Well, the numbers I got below as far as defensive tackles, guaranteed money. He might be looking at Von Miller money. Maybe he want that 70 guaranteed.
He's not a tackle. He's not a defensive tackle though. He's an interior guy.
Okay, so that's right. He won't have that.
I'm sorry. He is a defensive tackle. Von Miller's a defensive end.
Defensive end.
Yeah. So the money's different on the interior. So,
well, let me see. Marcel Darius. Well, we can look at Sue. Sue got $60 million guaranteed. I want to say Marcel Darius is $61.5. Isn't he a D tackle for Buffalo? How the hell did he get that money?
He should be right there. He should be right there in that range with those guys.
Fletcher Cox, that's a D tackle, right?
Fletcher Cox is a
Billy.
Billy?
Yeah, that's a defensive tackle.
I'm thinking about old man used to play in Washington.
Okay. Are you talking about that old linebacker, London Cox, I believe?
Yeah, London Fletcher. That's what
London
I'm thinking.
Fletcher. Yeah. So if you look at Fletcher Cox, so he's probably looking to want around $65 million guaranteed. That's a defensive tackle. They saying he's the best in the game. I mean, you in the LA market, y'all making real money, and you ain't paying a quarterback. What the problem is?
And if he's the best, then his deal is probably going to be exceeding whatever else is out there.
Right.
If you guys got 60, 65, he's looking somewhere between 65 and 70 more than likely.
Mm-hmm.
Again, 8 sacks from the defensive tackle spot. Rams, y'all gotta cut that check. Y'all gotta cut that check.
82 pressures, led interior lineman.
That's beastly.
Yes.
That's beastly. I'm trying to think of a D tackle that's been that dominant. You got Sue out there, but I'm thinking even further back. I'm thinking like
Warren Sapp.
Warren Sapp, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That kind of pressure on the quarterback and getting those kind of numbers from the D tackle position is crazy.
If they can find a way to get some pass rush, if he's bringing it up the middle, you should be eating on the outside. Because pushing that pocket like that, you should be eating.
Now, I want to say, I got to get all the way back into football mode. I want to say they had problems stopping the run last year.
Mm-hmm.
So you have problems stopping the run, and you have no quarterback. That's not a good recipe. Teams just gonna run down your throat. So maybe they didn't really. Maybe the defensive ends didn't really get a chance to really tee off on the quarterback like they would have, because people just running it down their throat.
Gotcha.
So we'll see. Moving on to the other 2 guys. Kirk Cousins, I don't expect the Washington Redskins to get a deal done with him. It's been 2 years. They haven't got one done yet. So why would they get one done in the next 4 days?
Let me ask you this. Do you think they would honestly tag him again next year?
At $40 to $44 million? I don't think so.
So that means unless they trade him before in the middle of the season, which I doubt they do. Why didn't they trade this dude around the draft? Why? Anyway, people, probably next March he'll be holding up a red jersey. Says San Francisco 49ers on it. Probably around next March? That's free agency, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, he's played the game and won. He really has played the game and won. Because he's been riding that tag with the last 2-3 years around 22 to 25 million a year.
Yeah.
The money that he wanted from them, they done gave it to him anyway.
Gave it to him. So you didn't gave this dude about $60 million over the last 3 years, guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's about what he would have got, maybe a little bit more on a long-term deal. But you could have went ahead and done that deal. So now if you tag him again next year, I think that escalator or whatever, whatever kicks in, you have to pay him $40 million. So now you done gave a dude about $80 million, give or take. And you haven't signed him to a long-term deal.
That's ridiculous. And then and I don't know who their backup is, so it's not like you got anybody you're grooming saying, hey, we're good.
Colt McCoy?
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
Le'Veon Bell. I think we both agree you're not getting that bread. You're not getting that bread by Saturday, B. You're just not. And I don't necessarily blame Philly. I'm sorry, the Steelers. He's a good ball player. Beast numbers. But the weed and the injuries, I don't really know.
Yeah. He did have the one knee injury. He's had the trouble with the weed.
I think he done hurt that knee twice. He came back last year. I want to say he hurt it before his rookie year. He came in hurt, I believe. Hurt it in the camp or something. Okay. So they're a little tentative. But, I mean, don't get me wrong. They need to pay him. But I don't see nothing wrong with making them play out this last year. See if you get what you're supposed to get. I mean, either way it goes, the NFL is kind of like slavery. They can throw that tag on them another year if they want to, probably another 2 or 3 years. So
they could. But something, I don't know, something tells me, because the Rooneys, they have a reputation of being they hold their ground, but at the same time, they kind of do what's right. So I don't know. I want to say I'm leaning toward that they're gonna get something done.
All right. Well, I hope so. We'll see where it goes. All right.
I think the problem with him though is what kind of number do you give him?
It's a good question. Because you know who's watching that, right? David Johnson and Ezekiel Elliott, because they're next in line. They're watching.
Absolutely. They doing like LeBron. I don't think we ever talked about it, but LeBron, you're not slick these last couple of weeks, buddy.
No, sir.
We see through your bullshit. Yeah, man. Oh, Steph deserves that money. Steph this, Steph that. Go ahead and get it, because you know you're gonna get more than that. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what the same situation is here. Like you said, by the time it's time for Zeke to get paid.
It might get back up to what it used to be, because wasn't AP at like 12 a year, 12 to 14?
Right. And see, that's the thing about the tag they were talking about with Le'Veon. Tag is like $12 million this year, but they don't necessarily think that the Steelers want to pay him that on an average per year. So now I guess that is part of the negotiations. Why it's maybe taking some time. Like, okay, so where do you fall? They might want to pay him 8.
Right.
Looking for like 10. So
I think that's the issue, like you said, because I don't think they want to go over 8 to 10 for no back. When you can get somebody in the 5th or 6th round who gonna ball, they keep you for 3-4 years and get rid of you.
Yeah.
So,
but what kind of number do you put on his importance to that team?
Put it this way. If you take off the rushing, just take off the rushing yards. The cat has 75 catches for 600 yards. That's a running back. So
there you go. So, you've got some young receivers there that could possibly blossom into something, but as of yet, they haven't quite got there. Either just not producing or off the field stuff like weed. Martavius Bryant probably got a blunt in his hand right now.
Hey man, I rebuke that. I want the cat to get his life right.
Is it Martavius Bryant?
Yeah, that's him, Martavius.
Okay, what's the other guy?
With them?
Yeah, they got 2 young guys.
Sammy Coates?
Not Sammy Coates. They got another dude.
Eli something. Little slot guy.
Eli Rogers.
That's it. There you go, Rogers.
I'm trying to think. Somebody else I'm thinking about. Oh no,
he's gone. The other one you're talking about, he's in Chicago now.
Okay.
Yeah, they couldn't keep all them cats.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll see.
One. This is a quick one here because we got to keep it moving. you've been seeing all the tweets and stuff. The NFL players been coming out there talking about how they're not getting the same money and how these NBA players are getting it.
They do this shit every year.
You know what they got to do to get that money, and I think they just won't do it. They're not going to hold out like they can to get the money.
They're not going to do it.
Where they're going to get it.
Yeah. Because, okay, you already bargained with the owners for non-guaranteed contracts. Somebody's making a good point the other day. Why would the owners give that back?
Right.
If I'm an owner, I'm not giving that back. You know, so you're just not going to see that type of thing happen until maybe one guy kind of just, put his foot in the sand and be like, yeah, I want all guaranteed money. It's just not, I don't think it's going to happen.
I think Odell might get it.
Everything guaranteed.
90% at least. Now I think he just got 25 from Nike. He's high profile enough in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's the first one that has a chance to get that type of guarantee.
I mean, it's possible.
But they, like you said, they got to be willing to sit it out. They got to be willing to sit it.
Right. And if they're willing to give Odell that type of money guaranteed, then that just furthermore goes to show that all this talk about him going on boat trips and his tantrums on the sideline, all of that is for naught. Because if you read the headlines, if you didn't watch football and read the headlines, you think Odell was the worst guy in the league, damn near. You think he was Pac-Man.
Really?
Talk about
exactly. Good point.
That wouldn't be a guy that you gave that kind of money to guarantee. So
now I don't know what the number would be. It'd be whatever the highest wide receiver money is, and I believe Julio had the highest. But I'm thinking he'd be the first to get most of it guaranteed. No telling what the guarantee amount is. No telling. But, looking at this money, they kind of got a point. The highest guarantee is $87 million, Andrew Luck. It's some dudes who suck in the NBA making that money. But they held out for better deals.
Yeah. I thought you had it on the notes, but they were talking about just what the NFL made, the league made versus what NBA made.
I meant to pull it.
And it was like in the teens of billions of dollars more than the NBA made.
Yeah.
So that that furthermore just adds fuel to the fire of these guys coming out saying, hey, why aren't we getting paid as much? We put our bodies on the line way more. What?
I was wrong about something.
What's that?
It won't be Odell. Aaron Rodgers will get the biggest guarantee.
Yeah, if somebody do, it's going to be a quarterback.
Yeah, I was wrong. I was sitting there thinking Odell because I know he's up to get paid. He won't get that high guarantee over one of these three quarterbacks.
Because looking at the top five right here, Andrew Luck, $87 million, Derek Carr, $70, Von Miller, $70, Eli Manning, $67, Phillip Rivers, $65. All quarterbacks except for Von Miller. And Von Miller got his coming off a Super Bowl.
Right.
Even the bottom half of the top 10, Fletcher Cox, 63, Russell Wilson, 61, another quarterback. Marcel Darius, 61, Cam Newton at 9, $60 million, another quarterback. Aaron got 54 on his last deal.
And that was years ago.
So, the money's out there. But I definitely get these players gripe. I wouldn't so much gripe about or comparing it to the NBA. Because you compare it to baseball, look what baseball players are making.
Yes.
I would be more focused on closing that gap in the discrepancy between what quarterbacks make and the rest of the team. Yeah, they're the face of the franchise. Yeah, they're going to get all the credit when we win. They're going to get all the credit when we lose. All that. Yeah, we already know that. But still, at the same time, I come to work every day just like you do. I'm out here grinding just like you do. You in a red practice jersey during the week. We can't even touch you. You know what I'm saying? We out here grinding. So, hey, man, I get it. But NFL, man, that's what you signed up for, man. That's what you signed up for. Get what you can get while you can get it. Be smart about your money and invest it wisely. And you know what I'm saying? And you'll be fine.
One more time to put a bow on this topic. What does NFL stand for,
Not for long.
So, like you said, invest that money, take care of it. a blown out knee, an Achilles, anything, and it's not guaranteed. Kirk Cousins really has bet on himself and won. A lot of cats don't take that 1 year repeatedly because they can get hurt. So, the Lord has been with him on this. It don't work out that way, people. It really don't.
Not at all. So
I think I want to hold this these next two for the next time because I don't want to go over.
That'll be cool because we can start breaking down divisions.
Yeah.
We can tie that into it. So
let's tie these last little tidbits up before we go on the last call.
There you go.
DeAngelo Williams. DeAngelo Williams has become a soundbite machine in the NFL. I just really shut the hell up.
That's what this section should be called with these two things we got. Just shut the I'm trying to think who says it. I think Charlamagne the God on the Breakfast Club. Shut the fuck up forever.
Please. I mean, people, when they put a microphone in your face, you don't always have to talk. No comment. I'm good. You ain't always got to be the soundbite machine. DeAngelo Williams ain't got a job right now. And he went on a podcast with Adam Schefter and said, it's two teams that don't even need to worry about me. 4 teams don't even have to worry about calling me. You don't even have a job now.
Nobody's calling you.
Camp start next week and you telling people not to call you?
Nobody's called you.
Nobody. So he says the Jags and the Browns, they don't need to call due to them not having a winning culture.
You're not in anybody's call log, DeAngelo. Nobody. Nobody's call log.
Did he hurt himself by doing the wrestling the other week?
And it might be his full-time job from here on out.
It really might be. Carolina. He said, I'm not gonna play with them because of the way they cut me. Hey, we drafted a running back number 8 this year. We're good.
Yeah, they straight. They straight.
Hey, but he's riding with y'all. He's a 49er gang.
He will not play for the Cowboys because he grew up a 49ers fan. If that was me saying that, I get it. I'm not in the league. I'm not looking for a job.
Right.
It's pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Even though they're not calling you anyway. They got Zeke. He don't come off the field. And they still got McFadden too, right?
McFadden and whoever else they want to get to run behind that good-ass offensive line.
They ain't checking for you.
Nah, B. Just shut up. Just shut up. That's going to be a new segment going forward. Just shut the hell up.
And he said that he told the Jags and the Browns don't bother because they're not winning enough. Now, that I don't blame him.
I don't blame him for that. But, I mean.
But if they got a check and you still want to play. But yeah, he goes off on these little rants. On this same podcast, he started talking about the NFL and how they're hypocrites as far as
I agree with that.
Preaching family and all of that, and then as soon as a guy gets fails a drug test or whatever, he's away from the league. And I think Mike Gold was like, well, that's a lie. You got to be suspended like 5 times before they don't let you around the team. When it comes to weed. Now, when it comes to PEDs, I don't think you could be around the team. But street drugs, you can be around the team. So that was just a flat out lie. So he's just basically out there talking to hear himself talk.
I forgot about that. Golick did say that. I heard that on that morning. Because I'm sitting there thinking about Josh Gordon. Yeah, Josh failed a whole lot of tests before the ones that became public. So yeah, that's true. Yeah. So he has been a soundbite machine. Yep. And the next one from another unemployed player. This player actually retired. And it's almost like, does Calvin Johnson want the whole entire city of Detroit to kneel at his feet and say, Megatron, we appreciate all you did for us. We also appreciate you quitting on us when you were in your prime, still could play. What does he want from this team in this city, cuz? Tell me what he wants.
A Super Bowl?
Not gonna happen.
I don't know what he wants. It's not like you didn't have a quarterback. You had one. Y'all got to the playoffs a couple of times, but you couldn't move forward. You stayed nicked up, stayed hurt a lot. Even though you played through it a lot, I get it. But you're not making yourself look good coming out every couple of months, and you still got something to say about the team you left. You left them.
Right, you quit.
So
again, no comment. I'm cool. I wish them well. That not enough?
Right.
Or,
where are they finding him at to even talk to him? Is he showing up to places? Like, where are you finding him at?
Because they said he was in like Italy talking about this the other day.
Really?
Yeah. And another question. I'm gonna ask you this one. Do they put a gun to your head to make you take that bag?
Nobody told him to sign his life away to Detroit.
Detroit sucked before he got there, right? I'm pretty sure for a long time.
It's always been cold. It's always been snowy. So I don't know what the fuck he wanted. What do you expect? You know what I'm saying? What do you expect?
Hey, they gave him one of the highest ever wide receiver contracts.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure all them checks cleared. All of them.
And he had a lot of guaranteed money in that deal.
Yeah, he did.
Before all those guys we just named, he had it before all of them cats had it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, what does he want? I don't know what you want, Calvin Johnson. But we're tired of hearing your mouth.
Just shut up. Just
either apply for reinstatement and come back mad and play another year, or go away. Now
he said that they refused to let him out of his contract, so he had to come back. Hey man, that's business. You cash my damn checks. Why would I let you go somewhere else? Now I'm pretty sure what could they actually ask for in a trade for Megatron? What could they honestly expect to get? NFL don't be giving them super crazy trades. Giving away.
Yeah, you don't really see trades in the NFL too much anyway.
Right.
So you're definitely not getting back in the trade the value or worth of a Calvin Johnson.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know, dude. Just
cash that money and move on.
Yeah, just shut up.
All right, we're to last call. The lights are on. The club is about to close. We are. I'm gonna do this first one. Shout out to that Panthers fan. Shout out to him for naming his son Cameron Luke. I want to say his last name is Hopkins. Man, his woman agreed to this.
Wait a minute. I thought you just typed this way. They really put all those U's in his name?
Yeah, because the way they chant his name at the stadium. His woman agreed to this. People, that is because he is a fan of the Panthers and Cam Newton and Luke Kuechly. Luke! His woman agreed to this, B.
We talk about fans and fandom and fan being standing for fanatic. Some shit is just overboard, man. This may be what's worse? This or people getting them title or Super Bowl tattoos before the season starts as an early prediction?
I got something even worse. I read this the other day. This cat married this woman, right? Took her last name because her last name was Packer, and he's a Green Bay fan. He took her last name so he can be Packer. Is that not nuts?
That's very suckerific right there.
He said it was a no-brainer.
Ain't no way.
Got married in a Green Bay suit, custom.
Son, get a Packer tattoo or something, man. You don't get married and take no woman's last name. What the hell is wrong with you?
That's against the rules. It's against the rules.
Well, it's already bad enough. It's already bad enough right now, and I'm a vent a little bit because I'm old school. It's bad enough right now. These women ain't taking these men last names as it is. Now everybody hyphenate their name now. It used to be you hyphenate your name if you was like a big time attorney or some type of big time entertainer, business person where your name rung out. And that's how you made your money. Now you got old girl down at Family Dollar hyphenated name. Man, you better take my name and get on. Sorry,
that's the truth. Them the rules.
Those are the rules, and you making it even harder because now you out here taking their name.
Hey, like you said, suckerific.
Simp.
All right, I want you to take this last one. Tell me about this circus that's coming.
Oh man, Floyd and Conor McGregor. Well, I promised to call him McConnor, so I'm gonna call him McConnor. The press conferences yesterday was the first one that kicked off. Some of the highlights for me before I even heard any of the press conference. His suit.
Yes.
If y'all seen his suit, I should have put up a picture, but it looked like a regular pinstripe suit, Rick Pitino style. But if you look very closely, the pinstripes say "fuck you." I ain't never seen nothing like that a day in my life. I thought that was pretty. I thought that was pretty fly right there. Shout out to his tailor, whoever made that suit. But we know that the press conferences and the back and forth I wanted to say I hope they do it 24/7, but I forgot Floyd don't fuck with HBO no more. Because that would be
Showtime Showtime can do one for him, can't they?
Yeah, Showtime got a different. They don't call it 24/7, but they got something similar. So, but yeah, this is gonna be much more enjoyable than the fight. Watching them talk shit to each other for the next month and a half.
Basically.
So we'll see. I know Conor called him a boy or something during the press conference. Floyd stood up there with that ugly ass US like TMT.
They did another one today, and I saw Floyd was draped in the Irish flag. I loved it.
So it's already making out. I'm pretty sure he's gonna come to the ring looking like Apollo Creed in Rocky IV. That's what I'm expecting from Floyd. I'm expecting some ostrich skin USA shorts, and I'm trying to think what kind of gloves he's gonna wear. Probably white gloves.
I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Conor said he's gonna knock him out within 4 rounds. Conor McGregor ain't gonna touch Floyd Mayweather. He ain't gonna touch him. And you dummies that are gonna pay for that fight, bless your heart.
I mean, I'm tempted to go put a little money down on Conor just in case.
I'll put it on him. I sure would. Hey, I'll match what you match. Let's do that. I'll put it on him.
Oh, shut up. I ain't drinking this week, people. Sprite Zero.
Hey, I'll put money on Conor. Because it could just happen, but in that regard. But
hey.
All right, people, we are done. Next week, we are going into football hard and heavy, because it is that time of year. I believe the rookies can report this week, I think. This weekend?
Each team's different. I want to say early next week. I think everybody should be in camp by around the 27th. So we still got another week and a half. But yeah, some teams have their rookies report a couple of days early. Some teams have everybody report at the same time. So we said by this time next week, we're getting in there. All
right. I am all hate. You can reach me at ReK6000 on Twitter. Holla at me. I talk sports. Where can they reach you at?
You can reach me on Twitter at Diego Barish. Also, don't forget to check out our fan page on Facebook. Also, hit us up on AA Sportscast Twitter page. We got the IG page still. And also, most importantly, don't forget, you watch this YouTube video, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you share it with your friends and pass it along. Because I'm telling you, football season is going to get geared up for real. We done had a couple months to kind of get our feet wet. I want to say this is episode 32 or 33. So by the football roll around, hey, we looking at some new things popping. So that is it, man, from AA Sports. Again, we'll holler at y'all next week, man. Y'all be easy. Peace.